YouTube, good morning. Let's talk about some of my favorite artists. Joe's here.
She says she's been bitten from head to toe.
I don't know what been chewing on me, but I know I'm ate up on me. Watch how she ought to score her number 4 play.
Yes, YouTube. Hold up. Good morning. Good morning. Hold on. Ooh. Hold on. Hold on. It's good. Ooh. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait. Ooh. Ooh. Okay, I was so silly. Good morning, YouTube. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the I Am Miss Tia show. I'm sorry. Crazy morning. I woke up super early. Y'all know I'm at my black job, so I can't be long. I got 20 minutes. But, I had to get my coffee. Oh, my God. I was running. It was good today. The women, they weren't talking. I read the room when I walk in. And everybody was in submissiveness. Hello, everyone. I am Miss Tia. This is the I Am Miss Tia show. Listen, over here, I always tell people just my opinion. I only talk my opinions. Nothing is law, just my opinions. Thank you for tuning in. If you would like, leave a comment, subscribe, and like. Crazy. Great topics today. Like I said in the intro, let's talk about some of my favorite artists. Listen, I think I got a couple of people. Just come on. Let me start right here. I was thinking about, should I do a title? I had a lot of stuff come across my mind this week. It was crazy. But what really sparked this week for me, I heard something saying end of a cycle, new beginning. It feels like it, don't it? It feels like something is ending and stuff is beginning. If you watch the players on the board, people are moving around. Watch the players. Pay attention. I always tell you to pay attention over here. A lot of players are moving around. So that came to me this week. End of a cycle, but a new beginning. So this is your time to start over new, right? Good. Isn't that thing about life good? Every day you could start new. Crazy. I take advantage of it. I cry the day before, and then in the morning I'll be like, hello. Crazy as hell. Listen, I got some great topics. Some of my favorite artists. I don't have a in an order type of thing. It's just a lot of stuff that hit me this week, and I wanted to come and talk about it and share my thoughts with you guys. But anyway, once again, hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't. Kodak Black. Listen, I think I put something on my post on my YouTube. I was like, we need this Kodak. I am still a Kodak Black fan. I don't care what you guys talking about. I think some of you guys cannot see who some of these people are, but through all of the things that Kodak Black, the obstacles that come up against him, he is a great artist. Actually, he is one of the artists that I feel like the rap community, the industry needs. It's a difference. You can watch a lot of people from his era. A lot of people don't even speak the way Kodak speak when you listen to him. I don't know if you guys seen this, but something caught my attention this week. This is old, but it caught my attention. I was going to talk about this a couple of weeks ago, but a lot came up and I threw it to the back. But once again, it came back up to me. Kodak Black. Did you see him on the streets? Is that right? On the streets, right? His live performance. He did the song Time to Be Free off his Just Getting Started album. Crazy. Looking at that performance help you to realize what kind of artist that Kodak is. Like, he's really, to me, the prince. A Haitian prince. Like, really, he's needed in this game right now. And for some reason, the obstacles is crazy. I get the question. I'm like, who is around Kodak to the point that y'all don't understand he need protection, right? Some of the moves that Kodak made throughout his career may be questionable, but who am I? I'm a productive citizen. I don't look at it the way some of you gangsters look at stuff. I'm looking at it from an artist that's needed for this time. And my nephew put me on to Kodak Black years ago, right? My nephew was like, Kodak Black. And I was like, who? He was like, Kodak Black ain't I'm telling you. And I think I saw him. This was probably the beginning, may not. I think I saw him when he did the video with the cross in the back. No, 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 I don't want to say man, right? Right. But when you listen to his words, he was really speaking truth to power, saying, listen, they want to see you locked up. They don't want to see you winning. Right. Kodak really have some great messages in some of his music. I'm sorry, when you pay attention to some of his music, like Time to Be Free, one of my favorite songs from him off his recent release, Just Getting Started. My favorite album from Kodak Black is Haitian Boy Kodak. Crazy. I love that when he was speaking that patois, right? I call him a prince. I call him a Haitian prince. Project Baby, right? I don't know. I just see something different with Kodak. And I really hate that the industry have tainted who he is as a artist and a person. The guy is really special for this time, and I know that the enemy do not want him to come forth and being able to saturate the atmosphere. I'm telling you, a lot of youth at one time, Kodak had them in the palm of his hands. But not being aware of who you are, but he's aware of who he is, because you can listen to him. He know he have an assignment. He know who he is, but sometimes wanting to be liked can be a distraction. I think chosen people is a lonely road for them, and you got to be very strong to be able to live there. I think I talked about that once before, how a no man's land is very miserable for some people, but when you know you got a mission and an assignment, you attack it. Speaking of a mission and assignment, Michael Jackson, right? Everybody want to break the records of Michael Jackson, right? Crazy. He's the king. Mike was one of those ones who knew who he was and what he had to do. And at one point, I think he kind of started walking in it. That's why he became so epic and big. When Kodak Black did the narrating on the Mr. Morale, two cahoons. Is that the right word? Two typhoons. Y'all know I said what I want. Two tycoons. Get your little right, Kodak Black. When he did that on the Big Steppers, Miss Morale, Big Steppers, I don't see how y'all miss it. Y'all missed it. Y'all crazy. But anyway, I wanted to shout out Kodak Black today and say, brother, I still love you. You're one of my favorite artists. Oh man, I can't wait to see what you would do as you grow up. How old Kodak Black? 28? He still got some growing up to do. But man, he's one of them ones. He's one of them ones. I'm telling you. All right, let me get into the meat of the show today. Listen, Latto. I listened to the Latto album. First of all, let me shout out to Latto. I wasn't really a big Latto fan, right? Because at some point, as I was watching her through her career, I felt like she couldn't really relate. That I couldn't grab it, right? At some point, I didn't understand it. But this album, I think would be one of her best albums. This would be her best album. I kind of like it. I'm gonna say that. Shout out to Latto. I like the album, BigMama, right? I liked it. She kind of really laid her heart on this album. I wish she would have dedicated the album to 21 Savage. I felt like it was a love letter to 21 Savage and also to some of the people she loved. She had a song to her father, to her mother, to the new baby, and a lot of songs to 21 Savage, which that's her life, right? So really, listen, I enjoyed the album, BigMama, right? I'm gonna say this: Latto can rap. Latto is one of those artists, we know she can rap, but it's like, can it translate, right? So it's a difference between, I know you can rap, but could you translate it to everybody? I think this album may have done it for her. But let me get into this. Features. She has some great features on the album. I heard Tiana Taylor, which may be one of my favorite songs at this point with Tiana Taylor. I saw Odell Kid, Mariah the Scientist, Sexy Red, 21 Savage, Doja Cat, Glorilla, many more. Right, her father, her mother, a lot of people. Which I thought it was great. I don't have an order of the songs that I thought that was great. Let me say this about Latto. This what scares me about Latto though. Sometimes she can mimic people, right? And that's scary to me. I think that was one of the problems. I was kind of like, I'm not sure yet. But this album gave me a little bit of reassurance with her talent, which like I said, Latto can rap, but the identity part to me is something I think she kind of wrestles with. Once again, Latto, the album is great. I give it more than a solid. It's really good. It's really good. One of my favorite songs on there, she talked about her dad. I think this was probably a song about her dad. It's called Daddy's Girl. I think her dad also made an appearance. And what I heard in the song, something that most people probably go through in entertainment when your family members, fathers or mothers are your managers, right? It could be a sticky position for artists. And then when you look out throughout the history of parents being a part of their children's career, you watch Michael Jackson, let's go back here again, who at time kind of felt like he fell out with his father. His father couldn't blur the lines between being a manager and fatherhood, right? So Latto kind of gave me this on this song, Daddy's Girl. She kind of battled with her father with that. You can kind of hear it. She talked about not being protected. Her protection left her, maybe due to different stance, right? Or disagreements. And sometimes this industry or success do that to family members, and it's sad that it also will kill relationships with your close people like your father, your mother, and your sisters. So I heard that, and just like I said, looking out between different artists who have family members as their management, it can get crazy. Beyonce father, right? Remember, Matthew was her manager, and I think it kind of probably put a wedge in between the relationship father and manager, right? So, and you grow up and you say, I don't want to be my father or family member to be over me that way. Who else had a problem with her? Whitney Houston, remember? Whitney Houston fell out with her father due to maybe not seeing eye to eye, money, this fame thing, this thing will cut you out of people's life. It will really do that. So you have to be really careful who you pick to be in these positions. So sometimes you may have to say, I just need you to be my father and not in the industry with me, even though family should have been there to protect. Family's there to protect, but sometimes the lines can't get blurred. It's crazy. So anyway, that was one of my favorite songs from her album, The Daddy's Girl. She did Somebody, which that was a year ago. I think she dropped that single. Business is Personal. That's the intro. A lot of people's kind of getting on that. I really kind of like that. I think Cardi did this thing with this intro type of song that you laying out on the line. She did that. And what was that? Her breakout album. I can't think of it right now. So everybody's kind of doing that, which I like it. I really like it, Latto. I think that was cool. The business is personal. The Get Money song, right? The Trina inspo. The Trina inspo. Here you go. Once again, here go Trina. Get your flowers, Trina. Get your flowers, darling. I even saw something with Missy Elliott, right? Did you guys hear that? Right? Did y'all hear that? Latto, what was that about? Was that Missy inspo? Right? So, which I thought was cool. I think Missy need her flowers too, because a lot of girls take from her as well. And a lot of people can't do verses with Missy. Don't fool yourself. People be killing me. Oh, she can verse. No, y'all girls can't verse with Missy. Are you crazy? Chrome Heart Diaper Bag is one of my favorites. Shout out. I love it. I think it's cool. The Death Row. I like that one. The Give Me That. The Make Me and the Mariah the Scientist, right? The Make Me song with Mariah the Scientist. Let me say this, and don't be getting mad at me, but I felt like the girls took what's her name? Uh when I need her, I can't touch her. I can't think of her name right now. But I felt like they took her style. I think a lot of people took my girl's style. I can't think of her name right now. Maybe it'll come to me. 4L, Tiana Taylor. It was good, Latto. I really liked the one with Tiana Taylor too. I really did. Well, she talked about the industry was fronting on her, right? I think she felt like she should have won a Grammy for the song with maybe with her and Mariah Carey, but not yet, Latto, not yet. I think you finally understanding this craft, right? And how you need to kind of put yourself on the line to be presented as one of those artists that could be legendary, right? See, a lot of these girls feel like that they are icons and legendaries already, but they're not. But I think Latto may, if she stay on this path where she is now, I think she could become legendary. It's gonna take a minute. It's gonna take a minute, but I think if she really tap into it, she could become legendary. Which I think I heard she said something about retirement, right? You know, motherhood does that as well. It would make you say, okay, I want to do this mothering thing. You know, that's just natural of being a woman, right? You know, once we go to that step of having a child, we naturally want to protect and be there. So that's normal. I think she talked about postpartum in some interview I seen, but that's normal, right? Right. But that was one of my good song, 4L with Tiana Taylor. I like that. I said the Daddy's Girl song. I really like that. It was a great album. I really thought Latto really did a great album this time. So shout out to Latto. I'm listening and I'm watching. That's my Latto. Okay, Summer Walker. I had to come back out because you know I had to. I gotta tell the truth. And Summer Walker is one of those ones. I like Summer Walker, but sometimes her attitude it kind of say, "Girl, gone." But Summer Walker. So when I was talking about the Latto, the Mariah the Scientist, and a lot of other girls, I felt like they took Summer Walker's style. Be careful, Summer Walker. A lot of those girls came in riding your sound, your style, the way you came in, singing or whatever, and they really kind of taking it. Because for Mariah Scientist to be on that song, which is good, it's good, but it's so much Summer Walker. It's so, I ain't trying to be messy. But you know, you got to be careful with the girls. You got to be careful. They want to become you, honey. They take your style. You got to be careful. You remember when who was that? Rihanna was just sitting over here with Tyler. Tyler tried to come and snatch, right? Rihanna was like, no, we're not gonna do that. I love it. Rihanna was like, no. Go ahead on. I ain't ready to retire yet, right? Because you know Tyler was like, I need that moment. She was like, no, not yet, girl. I've been here a long time. I know the rules. I know the game. Look at me, messy. Listen, Trim, right? Trim is the new firecracker that's on the scene. Got all the girls tangled and tied up, honey. But you know, I think the women need a little kerfuffle. Right? So Trim to me is a great piece to, you know, just stir commotion and cause problems. Sometimes you need to throw a bomb in the room every now and then to get everybody attention back, right? So I think Trim would be a great piece to cause some confusion, you know, just to get the girls back tight again, you know, get the girls back right, get the girls back on their square, as people used to say. Trim, right? Charleston, South Carolina. Recently, she's been going crazy. Coconut water. A lot of people saying she's the new Nicki Minaj. Nicki, hello, Nicki, run, girl, run. They coming for you, honey. They want that. They said you bowed. We need that. Bring us back that soul. They want that soul, Nikki, because they want to mount it on the new girls. Ooh. Run, Nikki, run! So everybody's trying to say she wants to mimic Nikki, right? But I would say this: a lot of the girls, mimic and want to be like Nikki, right? Their reference is Nikki, right? Listen, she got a great animated personality. Nikki came on the scene like that, and a lot of the fans is crazy. They mad about it. But let me tell you, fans, this: Nikki can't come back. Mm-mm. She can't come back because she went too. Run, Nikki! Run! I'm sorry. Run, Nikki. It's nothing on this side ever again for you. Run. Listen, Trim recently, I seen her on the Rollout, right? She was on the Rollout Festival and she was going crazy. She was going crazy. But recently she talked about how the artists over 40 need to retire and let the new girls get it. Listen, Nikki, they trying to mount, honey. They want to mount. Run. Listen, Trim, if you're good enough, if you are good enough, you don't need Nikki's approval, right? Just be that. But what I've noticed, a lot of you girls, it's not that good. But fight for it. Fight. Show up. That was one thing about Nikki. She really was good. And it's gonna be hard because she really had it. A lot of people got it, and a lot of people mimic who got it, right? That's why Rihanna said, "Move on." So Trim had the girls upset. Akbar, right, was one of the ones who jumped out in defense of Nikki. Y'all know she's Nikki's shooter. So she came out against Trim this week. But it's another assassin, right, that showed her face, Miss I Am Famous, right? If you keeping up, listen, the girls is fighting. Ooh, I love it. I love it, right? We need some trouble over there amongst the girls. They like each other too much. Come on, Trim. Make them work for it. I love it. I love it. But Miss I Am Famous came on the scene and she said she got smoke for anybody who want to play with Trim name. Ooh. Let's go, girls. Let's give them a show. I love it. All right. Speaking of Rihanna, listen, y'all know the bad girl. She's one of our favorite artists out here. Y'all know we love Rihanna down. Listen, I saw in the news that Rihanna and Puma have ended their Fenty partnership, right? They said a lot of good things about her, but I was shocked by it, right? Because Rihanna really made that look good over there. She made all that Puma and all that stuff look good. They said she didn't just sell sneakers, she changed the game, right? I think Rihanna is one of those artists, like a lot of artists I found out, they cannot translate or transition into marketing and sales when it comes to products. But Rihanna was one of the ones who conquered it. She did the Fenty makeup, went crazy, right? The Fenty lingerie, crazy. So whatever she seemed like she touched when it comes to sales and marketing, she really knocked it out of the park and became a billionaire, right? But they said what comes next for Rihanna, for Puma, for the culture. It said Rihanna with Savage X Fenty Beauty, both thriving under the LVMH umbrella. Rich, shout out to Rihanna. Let me say that, right? Because she was one of those girls that the obstacles that came up against her, losing it all in so many ways, right? At one time with her music career, she was in a financial bind with an accountant at one time. She kind of lost it all. But once again, being who she is, she hit it out the park and became a billionaire, turned around and hit the B status and knocked it out the park with her merch, right? With her merchandise. And became great in her Fenty makeup. I mean, and everybody went flying to the stores to buy it because Rihanna just got that we want whatever she got on kind of attitude and aura. So shout out to Rihanna. I know the young sister would be doing great things. I think whatever she would put out is gonna go. She could do anything right now. It's gonna be big. But I wanted to talk about that because she was one of the best that did it when it came to sales, merchandise, and putting a product out that everybody wanted to go and see what it was about. Even to this day, I like her red. I think it was called her Super Bowl red lipstick. One of my favorites. Right? I can't afford it, Rihanna. It's high, sis. It's high. I don't think the guys know how much we pay for this stuff. I think that lipstick was like $40. $40. But it was worth it. It was Rihanna. And you know, the girls will spend their money for what they like. So shout out to Rihanna. I can't wait to see what your future's like. I can't wait to see. All right, let me end the show. Tasha K, right? I gotta end the show with Tasha K. Listen, I saw recently Tasha K partnership with the Wendy Williams radio and TV syndicated Oceanic Trade Winds, right? Rick Party. He said he first spotted her on YouTube back in 2017, took her to Gary, who she met 3 years ago. So she's been a big deal in the works. I can't read my writing, but this is what they said. They've been watching Tasha K for a while, so this partnership is one of the great things that they wanted to do. With run, Tasha, run! It seemed like Tasha bowed down, honey. Ooh, bow down, Tasha, girl, so you can pay your debt, honey. I ain't lying. Listen, Tasha know how to do it. Shout out to Tasha, one of the goats, one of the best over here in this gossip thing, right? This YouTube thing. I really love Tasha. Run, Tasha! Maybe Tasha didn't have a chance and she had to bow down, right? He said when Tasha K, when he saw Tasha K on YouTube years ago, he said he knew she had the it factor. He said she reminded him of Petey Green. He said unapologetically black. Fearless, raw, and connected to the people. He said he loved her. He loved to watch her. People react to her. People talked about and to her. He said that's the Tasha K star power. So listen, we ain't no hater over here. We want to salute Tasha K for on her big deal, her big break. I think this is something she's been trying to do for a while. So shout out to Tasha K. Listen, thank y'all for tuning in. That's all I got today. Listen, love yourself. Bye.